Hi, welcome to the third video on meditation. Today we're going to be talking about the 3 stages of actually getting into meditation, and it's a good start because with these 3 stages it's something you can, if you're ever having trouble with your meditation, you can always go back and start from stage 1. And splitting it into the 3 stages, it gives you the experience of focus and also awareness, which you need to cultivate mindfulness. So the first stage we've touched on before, and all it is sitting down comfortably and basically becoming aware. Close your eyes and become aware of everything around you. Don't judge anything, just become aware of everything, and keep in the present moment. There'll be thoughts that come in and different things, but try to just keep an awareness on the present moment. You'll hear little sounds, you'll probably smells, different things, but just keep an awareness of everything around you. It's quite simple, but it gives you a taste of what awareness is, which a lot of us don't actually, people who are too busy in their lives, they don't actually experience much present awareness because their focus is constantly going from one thing to another. So it's a good opportunity to just sit back for a couple of minutes to start with, and then go on to 3 minutes. If you're more adventurous, go on to 4 minutes, but just experience that awareness around you. So once you feel comfortable with that and realize that the mind will wander, and then your attention will be taken in different places, you may become impatient, but just experience it, and when you're happy with that, move on to the next stage. Now the next stage is actually building on the first stage, because you start off, take about 5 deep breaths just to get you in that frame of mind, and then just breathe normally afterwards. Don't try and force the breath to a certain tempo, just breathe normally. And then what you need to do in stage 2 is to become aware and bring that focus to your body. Feel the temperature, the pressure on your hips, any pains, aches and pains you might have in your joints, how comfortable your position is, and just be aware of any sort of movements in your body, the movements of your diaphragm, any slight movements in the bowel area, and just basically become aware of that and this meditation should go on for 3, maybe 4 minutes, and just keep that awareness. And when you've done that a couple of times and you feel comfortable, then move on to stage 3. Now stage 3 is where you bring the focus in on your, specifically on your breathing. You're still remaining aware of everything else, but that fades into the background. all you're focused on is your breathing. Specifically, move from the movements of your chest and your abdomen, and basically feel the breath going in on the tip of the nose. Just focus on the tip of the nose, the breathing going in and going out. Keep an awareness of everything else, but keep that in the background. Just focus on the breath. What will help is if you count to either 5 or 10, and count each breath. Start with 5 and then go back to 1 again. So I try to fill it up with words because initially it was easier for me to say 1 and 2 and, or I used to say to myself, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. So I filled it with words, and there was less compulsion for the mind to start to wander, or my attention to be taken elsewhere. So try and count your breathing. 1 and, so breathe in will be 1, and out will be and, 2 in, and will be out, and just do that for the duration of the stage 3 meditation. But just be aware of everything in the background and your body and everything. Just be aware, but put that into the background. Your focus will be on the breathing on the tip of your nose. So now, the reason I've done the 3 stages this way, in terms of an introduction to meditation, is that they're easy to go back to. And let me give you an example. If somebody's quite stressed, or possibly they have a bit of anxiety, what tends to happen is that the attention gets drawn away very, very quickly. On a few seconds here, a few seconds there, the attention is going everywhere. And in order to remedy that, when I mentioned in the last video about obstacles that you would encounter, you have a responsibility yourself to overcome those, and to think to use these videos and the solutions offered in them to overcome those obstacles. So what you find if somebody's anxious or somebody's very stressed is that the attention, they'll try to focus on, let's say, the breathing, and then their attention will be drawn here and there and everywhere, and they'll have real difficulty. So instead of resorting to willpower or just getting a bit disillusioned with meditation, the solution is to actually widen your area of focus. You can widen it first to the body. A good tip, and it's something used by quite a few people who meditate, is to try to feel with your mind. Try to focus on each part of the body. Start from the feet, go to the legs, the knees, the hips, and each part of your body in sequence, and that way you'll find that you do calm the mind. When these thoughts come into your head which draw your attention away, try to don't judge them. Just give them the space. and these thoughts will eventually go into the background. They might not disappear, but they'll eventually go into the background. But give them space, give them that awareness. So if you're highly stressed and you're finding it really hard to do meditation, go back to the first stage, or go to the body first, and then go back to the first stage, where you keep an awareness, and your thoughts, just allow your thoughts to roam around and do what they want to do, but don't judge them in any way. Just keep that awareness, and you'll find that things calm down. You'll also find that your level of anxiety and stress will be reduced, and this is one of the it's a method of meditation which is actually used quite frequently in terms of reducing stress for people. So use these 3 stages as your starting points. Now, if you manage to get through the 3 stages and you are happy, you're managing for 3 minutes to sort of focus, or 4 minutes, you're managing to focus on your breathing, then that's really good. But you will experience mind wandering. That's different from when you're stressed, where your attention is everywhere. This is mind wandering, is where your thoughts gradually drift away, and before you know it, you've forgotten what you were thinking about, what you were trying to achieve. So the combating mind wandering is about the repetition of meditation and the repetition of focusing back, bringing the mind back onto its breathing, and you have to do it, as we said in the previous video. You have to enjoy it, and you have to savor those moments that you experience, those really those poignant moments where you feel at peace, where you feel that things are clear or the mind is calmed. Those are your motivational tools. As your meditation progresses, those will become your motivational tools. And also, when the mind wanders, don't castigate yourself and don't be too hard on yourself. Just acknowledge it. Congratulate yourself that you've acknowledged it, and bring the mind back. That's all you need to do. But you need to enjoy meditation as well, because it is an enjoyable experience. It's an uplifting experience. Once you go further on into meditation, and you really experience the benefits, it is a fantastic thing. So those are the 3 stages. So, and I hope that once you've done those 3 stages, once you feel comfortable that you can sit down and bring your awareness to the breathing, then you can start to build on your meditation practice, and you can build the time up from 3 minutes. Don't go too quickly. Maybe go up every minute until you get to 10, and do it in a gradual way. The other thing that you'll experience when you're doing when you're doing meditation for a bit longer is impatience, and you've got to that'll be the mind. Impatience is a sign that the mind isn't fully on its task. There's some part of you that's pulling in one direction, saying I could be doing something better, I don't have time for meditation. So in that instance, you don't want to stop meditating, which is what happens sometimes, and you don't want to resort to willpower, because that will make the meditation experience a poor experience, and the subconscious isn't going to take it on board. It's not going to learn anything from it. So it has to be, you have to go back and enjoy the meditation experience. If you feel that you're doing too many minutes, then knock it back a bit and go down a couple of minutes. The real benefits when you're starting to meditate and throughout meditation is keeping a regular practice every single day. And sometimes you'll feel that you can meditate for 10 or 20, even 20 minutes, but you're gradually going to build this up, and what you'll experience as you do so is that the mind wandering will actually start to go. You'll find the mind wandering is only happening for a few seconds, whereas before it was happening for sort of minutes. So you'll find the mind calming. Your attention won't be taken everywhere. So it's all a learning curve, and there are certain obstacles that we have to overcome in order to establish a practice. So I hope you've enjoyed these videos, and I'll be doing the next set of videos soon. Thanks very much.